Welcome to Astriel, a once downed and dirt kind of dump, but after thousands of years of torture and suffering from wars or just simple conflicts, Astriel has discovered a new way of living. Going from people arguing over magic and creatures of the sort, the Seven Kingdoms have come to an agreement. No more war over land and power, but instead a cooperative territory that builds each other up by trade, magic, and technology. Because of this, the seven nations have grown a kinship of sorts and combined magic with technology to excel, such as they did with the airships, the printing press, and more. But it can't always be sunshine or rainbows. Soon people see these advances and only want more. They see the power of wielding only magic or upgrading all of the technology. This has created a new war, an underground war. These nations are not fighting, but the people in them are. Sure, this war is only rumor to some, but others have suffered great loss because of it. Death of their family or death of a friend. Cities being burnt down and cities being ravaged by anarchist and cultist groups trying to reclaim what is theirs. Or at least acting on their ideals without a care. But these nations do not tend to harm anyone because the only way they can grow is by working together. These nations are not the problem. The anarchist groups are. These nations have done so much. Take Locust Vein, half forest, half mountain range. They've been able to combine their minerals with their wood stock. Or Oakenald, who has combined their frosted north with their cold regions and used frost giants as a power source. Prism Drift, owning half of the natural river, has kindly shared so many of their resources. We also have Vasselburn, whose frigid north has served as a wondrous safe haven of creatures alike. And Ulstergrad has kindly shared all of their nation's mountains resources with the kind help of the giant folk. They have grown Astriel to be the best it can be. We can't forget about Vulcanwell, who has tirelessly molded the trade routes we know today. And last but not least, Riven Riviere, home of the amazing king, King Persimus, whose graciousness and leadership has done wonders for the cooperative nation building. These nations are loving, amazing, and kind. They are just doing what they deem best for their people. But these same people are the ones who try to destroy these lovely nations. Astriel is an amazing place. Yeah, well, that was just the introduction to Astriel, the world that the campaign will be taking place. It's a half steampunk, half kind of fantasy world. It's not heavily steampunk. Like I said, there's like printing press and airships and stuff, but overall it's pretty fantasy.
What, so like Legend of Korra almost?
A little less steampunk than that even. Like there's there's probably like some vehicle kind of things, but
I forgot they had cars in Legend
No
of Korra.
giant colossus.
Yeah, they don't have giant mechs. They don't have giant mechs in this world.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go through and kind of give a description of the characters, and we can workshop names or anything else y'all want to workshop at the end. We can go around, either start with Brayden, start with Cade, and go around that way. Which way? Who wants to start first?
I don't care.
Okay, we'll jump around then.
Jump up and up and get down.
I can drop a couple.
All right.
A name.
Preston's going to start with his character. Kind of give a description of your character, and then go with your names.
All right, so I'm playing a gnome bard. Basically, I was raised by a small family of beetles when my father went away in search of song. I took after him and embraced the hymns taught and sung by the beetles of the forest. Ever since the young age of about 120, I've been practicing my heart out. Now I wish to venture to far lands to learn of other hymns and potentially find my father again, but probably not. And as for names, okay, so this first one, what about Metronome?
That's a winner. That's it.
Or
none of the other options can beat that.
Oh, okay. Or Gnomeholio.
No.
Or Jerome McMetro the gnome.
No.
Wow, your success rate has really declined since that first
that could
one.
be
So
your-
Metronome.
You set the bar way too high with Metronome.
Yeah, I
Well,
should have said that.
The third, what was it? Joe Mc.
Jerome McMetro the
That
gnome.
could be your full name, and then
Yeah.
Metronome.
You go
could
by
be your-
Metronome.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And what's your real name?
Is
It's
that all
Jerome.
the names you had there?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I had.
So your nickname or your basic name?
My
is
everyday
Metronome,
name is Metronome.
But your real name is Jerome.
Mick Metro the gnome.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then the Beatles call you Metronome.
Yeah,
All right.
the Beatles know my inner rhymes,
What
my
a-
inner rhythms.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Look, they are an actual family of Beatles. I can speak with them just fine. They raised me. They're beautiful. And so are their songs.
I just want to know what Beatle hymns sound like. I'll pay someone to make a.
Buzz.
I will not pay anyone for that. I already got it. You guys got it down lock. Lock and key. All right. To continue, we'll just go with Braden. We'll go around that way. I guess we should introduce ourselves, but we'll do that later.
Who are we?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Braden. I have anxiety. I want to be.
I want to be an astronaut.
I've been sober.
My mommy and my daddy
20
been
years.
fighting a lot.
Yeah. They say it's not my fault. I don't believe them because they bring me up a lot. No. I'm sorry.
Great way.
Took that way too far. So
Wow.
I'm going to be playing a halfling ranger named Good Barrel Wingard. Beat that. Well, I mean, that was cooler before Metronome. I'm going to be honest with you.
Should have ended with Preston.
Yeah. Now the bar's too high. The whole podcast is over now.
All right, we ended.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
So my guy was just, chilling with his family in the woods and shit, and his family, which consisted of his two moms, his two brothers, one older, one younger, and his older sister. They all got sick, and so he left to go get some medicine and find some herbs and shit to heal them. And a blizzard made it where he couldn't get back home. So by the time he did get back home, everyone was dead except for his younger brother, who was like, "Bruh, mom's dead because of you." So his mom. So basically, he's just venturing through the wilderness trying to find his brother, who kind of ran off, and he got mad as his moms were dead.
Mhm.
And he also wants to help people and try to find a little town for him to lead, just to be okay, I can do better than some of the people I grew up under.
So it's like a lawful good situation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lawful good, good, neutral good if need be. He can kick ass.
Cool.
He was a sailor, that's what he did. When he was distraught about his dead family, he went and got on some boats.
Just got on a boat.
He found a random boat. He was like, "What do y'all do?" And it's like, "We fish for crab." And he's like, "Well, that's good. Is there crabs in this world?"
Yeah, why not?
He fished for him.
Yeah, real deadliest catch type shit. With this man with two moms and
He has his own reality show.
exactly. Yeah, he was on TV for a little bit.
Starts off with 10,000 gold. He was quite rich off of it.
Yeah, he was on the Santa Maria. That was the crab ship. You can imagine how well that
He
went.
started his own restaurant called Good Barrel Barrel Crabs. It's like Bubba
It's like Bubba Gum Shrimp Company. I mean, unidentified shrimp company.
We're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored.
So yeah, that's his dough. He's like, "Oh god, I gotta find my brother," and smack some fucking sense into this guy for thinking it's my fault that I couldn't walk through 4 feet of snow.
I like the idea of you finally meeting your brother, and it's this really dramatic, emotional event. All you do is slap him and walk away, and that's it. You guys don't talk.
It's like the sugar honey iced tea scene in Madagascar,
Yeah, but there was more to that.
Well, there was more to that, sure, but I mean, there's more to this too. There's more to most things. You got to strip things down to their essentials. Context is irrelevant.
All right, good point. I didn't think of that.
I know you didn't. That's okay, though. I forgive you.
Listen, there was a lot more to Madagascar, and I'm really mad that you're trying to escape the complexities that were going on in the movie Madagascar.
You mean the
Name-
Sugar Honey Iced Tea movie?
There's so much. It was so complex.
I am not sure what was going on. I just heard Madagascar.
Name one other line of dialogue in the whole first movie.
Happy birthday to you.
That was in-
You
that was
live
the
in a
second one.
zoo. You look like a
Hey,
monkey.
That was the second one. I will tell
We're
you.
getting sued, all right? You can get us sued.
And you smell like one too.
We've been sued, guys.
What are they gonna
Cough up-
sue us
cough
This
for?
up-
is this
cough
is
up
for
the money.
educational purposes, so no copyright infringement is intended nor possible.
We have no revenue. Don't sue us.
So Cade.
I am Cade. I'm 19. Never learned how to fucking read, but I'm here now.
Jared from Subway.
No, just Jared.
Oh,
Dollar
it's Jared
foot
from
long.
Subway.
Just Jared.
Calling
And I'm not just Jared. So my character is a hill half giant. The name is still in the works, but I'm thinking Mordecai. I'm really thinking Mordecai.
Why Mordecai?
It speaks to me.
Bored.
I think that it just
Sounds
call
like
you
a
Kai?
big boy.
my whole character.
We
So
call you
I was
Mordecai
raised
for short.
You gonna call me Kai? No.
Mordecai for short.
No, you can call me Mord.
Mordecai for short.
No.
I'm calling you Ikai for short.
Can I call you for short?
You're just gonna call me
Can I call you I?
Run.
I'll just look in your direction and speak when I want you to, hear what I have to say.
I'll feel like it through the airwaves. I'll
Call
just
you
be like,
we'll call you half giant for short.
Hill half giant. That's how you address me.
Yeah.
I don't really know my backstory. I just kind of lived in the woods. I don't really have a moment of like my parents dumping me off in the middle of the woods or anything like that.
Parents are happy, right?
I'm sure they are now that they've dumped me off in the woods.
Oh, they dumped you off. Okay.
I presumably, I mean, I don't know.
You just ended up in the woods.
I'm just kind of in the woods, yeah. And so that's just where I grew up. And I learned to be civilized by watching people through the windows of their houses. For example, there was this one fancy rich couple with a young daughter that lived in this one house. And I learned perfect table manners by watching them teach their daughter how to do it. So, like, I know how to put knives in the right direction when you set the table and stuff like that. I have very specific knowledge on certain aspects of civilized nature.
What's your class again?
I am I know this. I'm a fighter. I was like, I don't have to look at this.
I was like, you took way too long to answer that question.
Look, I had barbarian stuck in my head, and I was like, I'm not a barbarian.
If he's like watching like these people for that long, like on their property, like is that trespassing if they never notice?
It certainly was.
We're not continuing the conversation, Braden.
So I think he will be the most useless member. He's gonna be in the middle of a fight. Like, wait, the knives on that table over there do not go that way.
If we meet royalty, I'm gonna be like sweating profusely in their dining room. Be like, you put the salad fork next to the dessert fork.
The big conflict at the end is you having to figure out which
That's the final like puzzle we're
That's
given.
the final boss.
the
final boss is like, set this table.
my name is Beg. Set the table. That's what he sounds like.
As I put down the final fork, Peg enters the room. It says no Peg. Yeah.
Is that it?
It
I mean,
always comes back to
If anyone else has questions, but no, that's my thing.
All right. Next is Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace. I have dementia. My character has dementia.
That's all she knows.
Both her and her character have dementia.
She forgot the rest.
He's a wizard, a tiefling wizard, and he has dementia. And he has an ancient artifact.
How do you remember your spells?
Listen, he has them written down, and a few of them are on a rubber wristband.
Do you reference them?
Yes, how else am I to remember? He has dementia.
You'll be like,
Grandma? Is that you?
Coolodle Expo.
He has dementia, and he has an ancient artifact that he cannot remember what it was, and now he's too afraid to use it. Because he doesn't know he doesn't know what it's going to do, and that's it. That's the character.
It sounds like the shirt cocking wizard from Shrek 3.
The what?
The shirt cocking wizard.
Shirt cocking.
All shirt, no pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
wizard,
Yes.
He was like Merlin or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
he was
he?
Merlin. It was like a big deal.
Yeah.
And then he just shows up and like has his dick out and is like, "Hey guys, I
Shirt
have
cocking.
dementia."
That's the worst phrase I've ever heard of in my life.
Shirt cocking. I took from Deadpool 2. I did not come up with it. I wish I did.
Patron.
I have another aspect that I forgot about my character.
Classic wizard.
Makes sense.
I'm blind.
The dementia's kicking in.
He hasn't. He forgot his name.
What do people call you then?
Wiz. Let's
He
call him
has to-
Wiz.
He has to come up with things that they call him.
Kid Wiz.
Kid Wiz. It's like Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Kid Wiz.
Before he got dementia, he was actually the wizard version of Kid Rock. This is confirmed, by the way.
I'm pretty sure Kid Rock is the wizard version of Kid Rock, if I'm
You're
correct.
so right.
He's just Kid Rock.
He was Kid Rock, but then he got dementia, and now he doesn't know his name.
What's WizKid? Is it WizKid a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Nigerian singer. That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I
feel
promise
like
you that's-
WizKid is some like rapper or something
Yeah, Wiz Kid.
I promise you that.
who piggybacked off of like Wiz Khalifa. We don't associate with him.
He is
he's
equal
British.
parts. He's equal parts Kid Rock and Whiz Kid.
that's a awful character.
He's wonderful.
I'm sorry for insulting you. All right, and then we got Megan Bailey. Megan.
Yes, hello. So my character, I don't have a name for her yet because names are hard. but my character is a tiefling warlock, specifically a celestial warlock. So that we got that whole classic evil versus good kind of dynamic. But basically, I have kind of like a long, elaborate backstory because I thought it would be cool. My parents, my mom cheated on my dad with a devil, with a fiend of sorts. So when I was born, obviously I was a little different than what they expected. So I was abandoned essentially and given to my mom's sister because they were cool and nice. And they live in Riviera. And so I grew up cool and nice, not really aware that, tieflings were pretty bad, It was that whole nature versus nurture thing, And so I grew up and I really wanted to be a member of the Royal Guard, essentially. Like, that was my whole thing. We played, like, war in the yard with the youngins or whatever. And so, and then they didn't let me. I grew up and I was like, I'm ready. I'm here for the training. And they said no because I was a tiefling. And they're racist.
Yeah.
So instead, I became this sort of like Robin Hood type figure, except less about the money. I sort of like was really angry, really wanted like revenge and stuff, and then I, through some unknown means, yet found a phoenix that I now got my magic from. That's my celestial warlock thing. Not actually celestial, but we're gonna roll with it. So yeah, now I just sort of go from place to place, kind of handling crime that I feel needs to be handled but isn't being handled.
So you're more Batman than Robin Hood.
Yeah, that might do it. That actually sounds more true, but I don't know anything about Batman.
It's a rather apt comparison,
I have a
honestly.
question.
Proceed.
Whenever they would play war, what was it good for?
Absolutely
Career
nothing.
goals, I don't know.
What side of the war were
Absolutely
you on?
nothing.
What side of the war were you on?
Well, it was really nondescript war, when you and your buddies just kind of wrestle and beat the ever-living shit out of each other.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with sticks,
It's like D&D.
Yeah, essentially.
Us right now.
Beating each other up.
Huh?
Me and Cade fighting right now.
So yeah.
Yeah, you can't see it, but we've been in a total like wrestling match this entire
Yeah,
time.
we are not panting because we're men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I like to think of myself as the Witcher of my time, really.
The Witcher.
Wow.
All right.
That
You.
just came
We're
to
gonna get
life.
sued.
She's doing it for the culture.
Oh.
Oh man.
Joke's on you. This podcast won't be out for another month, so it'll be even more irrelevant.
Joke's on you. I don't know what The Witcher is.
It's just a really good show on Netflix based off a book, which then has a video game, and then there was a...
Have you not watched The Witcher, Braden?
I know what The Witcher is. I was thinking about that part, but no, I haven't seen it. I started
Very
reading
good
the
show.
book, and it was really good.
I read the first book, and I love it.
Triss is
I
a
like-
bitch.
I really like
Huh?
Henry Cavill, so I keep meaning to check it out.
Are you supporting Triss?
I'm going to read the whole series at one point.
Sorry, you're a bitch.
Yep, sorry about that. We're kind of passing mics.
Yeah.
around
So
and
so
about,
Grace and Megan have to share a
take
mic,
turns.
and then Preston and Braden have to.
Sharing stuff.
my turn with the talking stick.
Boy.
And then Cade gets his own mic,
What?
and I get my
Not
own
for
mic. 'Cause Cade has the
long.
worst seat.
Because Kate has the worst seat.
Everybody else is sitting on a couch comfortably.
I say we kill Cade and we divide the mic amongst us, so we all.
You gonna
have,
chop it in half?
Like half a mic and like a
No, I
fourth.
mean, if
And a
we kill
fourth.
Do
you,
it, yeah.
then if we kill you, then me and Megan can also pass the mic if Grace is also talking, and if you see.
No, I don't.
Oh, you're right.
You see, it would just be
I mean-
easier if we kill Cade.
I mean, technically, I guess
Points are
Braden,
settled.
Preston, and I could share a mic, and then share two mics, and then Cade, Megan, and Grace can share.
Ooh.
DM. Question: is it allowed to kill Caden Hall?
It's actually encouraged.
Oh,
Okay,
bless.
Well, we'll get a plan.
DM, can Goodbarrow Wingard have IBS?
Say yes. Say yes.
What's IBS?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
I think that's a little insensitive to people with IBS, quite frankly.
I
I-
think Grace's character is a little insensitive.
I was
to
like,
people with dementia.
Grace with dementia.
My prime audience.
Listen. It's not about glorifying dementia. It's about showing the struggle that people with dementia go through. I'm not making light of dementia. I am simply giving a stage
Do-
to show the truth.
Serious question though: do people with dementia often forget their own name?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
I
You're
think in an
making fun of them.
extreme case.
But
Yes.
also,
Extreme cases,
in
they
this case, I
probably
think
do.
it's important to point out that Brayden is a man, and they're wrong all the time. Grace is a woman, and they can't be wrong. So.
I would also like
Hey.
to point.
Spoken by a woman.
I would also like to point out that I have been diagnosed with a spastic stomach, which is similar to IBS. It's just instead of being a constant thing, it's triggered by anxiety, and I do struggle with my stomach and do dieting a lot. So this is to make my character more relatable to me.
So
How dare you
what
not
now,
know
Megan?
about my shitting habits, Megan?
Megan's a piece of shit.
Anyways,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom right now and shit. I'm so anxious about this.
Mr. DM, can I have bendy bones because I suffer from scoliosis?
Yeah, can I have scoliosis too?
how about you all just play yourselves? Right?
Thank you.
I
I'm a walking lightning rod. That is my character.
Not a YN, please.
you know
Yeah, this
you
is
say play
YN
yourself. I do have a
campaigns.
bit in my spine, so I could have scoliosis while playing myself.
Um,
My body is falling apart. I'm Braden Kennedy.
What was this, like a campaign ad?
Your campaign.
Do you approve this message?
I do.
Roll for Braden Kennedy.
Me and none of my working joints approve of this.
but I myself am named Jacob, and I am DMing this campaign
What?
with these wonderful people, excluding Cade.
What?
And I'm hoping I'm running and editing the podcast as well. They don't do anything.
That's not true.
That's not true. We are your content.
That's true. If I didn't have them, I would be doing this alone. And
Wear the Bieber to your Usher. Come
Jacob,
on.
who else would sexually harass you if I wasn't here?
what?
Who else would sexually harass you if I wasn't here?
Josh. Oh, this is also at my my apartment. We have a nice, beautiful table that
You made, so of course you're calling it a nice, beautiful table.
Oh, I was-
Subplug.
I wasn't even complimenting the design on the table. I was just complimenting the table itself.
But since we're talking about the design-
But anyways, now that we're talking about how good of an artist I am, no, but yeah, I'm DMing and I'm Jacob, and this world I made. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
So we've got the names of the characters. So we got Preston's name. Grace doesn't have a name for a character. Cade,
Mordecai.
Eamon, you're
Yeah.
going for it.
I'm solidifying it.
Megan.
Remember when I said earlier that I didn't have one?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna stay here until you figure out one.
Mordeco.
Metronome.
Mordecai.
Metronome.
Metro and metronome. We're actually engaged. Canon. And
No, we are not. I
Nope.
don't want to associate with her
you
at
don't even
all.
know me, first of all. We'd
You don't
probably get
even
along
know
in the context
me.
of this world.
I will play you a love song, and if you like it, then we will see.
I didn't write you a love song because you asked for it. Because you need one.
Yes, see.
I haven't heard a song in a long time. What happened to that girl? She did that one song in depth.
Sarah Bareilles wrote Waitress.
She's a waitress now?
She wrote the musical Waitress.
She's a waitress now. Like, she's making an honest living. Good for her.
No. She wrote the musical Waitress. The
I don't
girl
know-
did
I don't
that
know
song.
what that is.
And the one song, I want to see you. I want to see you be brave. That's her.
The song sucks, though.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
It's
say
not as good as Love Song.
yeah.
Wait, love song?
Not gonna write you a love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one.
That one. Okay.
You see.
Sing it, Grace. Take it away, Penny.
Grace. Excellent, Grace. Can you do it again?
That's what Sarah Bareilles is up to. I think she's done something else since Waitress.
What is Waitress, though? I've never heard of it.
Musical.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, like,
Well,
I got that through
it's about a
context.
waitress.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Imagine, do you know Hamilton?
I've heard of it.
Imagine if George Washington was a waitress.
What?
And it's nothing like Hamilton.
Is he still racist, like George Washington?
Yeah, he's
it's still
racist in it. Yeah.
The waitress
I
is
think they do
racist?
subtly address it, without a
They,
doubt.
they address George Washington's slave owning in a really, I think, tasteful way.
Whenever he says no to is it over or whatever? You know, is that what you're talking about? No.
I was making a joke about waitress. I thought we
Oh,
were going with
oh,
George Washington is the waitress.
I was actually analyzing Hamilton.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think in Hamilton they actually addressed George Washington owning slaves, but it's been a long time since I listened to it.
They didn't
No,
address
it
Alexander
doesn't.
Hamilton owning slaves.
He owned
it doesn't
slaves?
address
Yeah.
any of them
Uh-oh.
owning slaves.
Alexander owned slaves?
Hey,
Few, I think.
Back to D&D. How are we rolling our character stats? Like, are we doing like that 6d6 or whatever?
Yeah,
it
it's gonna
is,
be
or
4d6. You take the top 3 of those.
46. Can I borrow some d6s, please?
Okay, I'll let everybody do their thing.
Yeah. The dice come flying at her.
My sack of d6s.
One more, please. I need one more d6.
There you go.
You could just roll like one of them twice,
Like
but
a d6, Grace.
like a D6.
Now I'm feeling so fly.
Anyway, so we're recording this.
Take it away, Penny.
This podcast is being recorded right now on what's today? Today is July 12th. It will be uploaded on August 15th.
What?
You guys probably already know this because you're listening to it.
Whoa.
Prove it.
Huh?
Prove that they're listening to it.
I can't.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, I
So
can
you
prove
know
listening
nothing.
to it. There's that one guy right there listening to us on his, his iPhone 7.
That's Josh. That's my
His,
roommate.
his name's Jason. No, it's Jason.
Oh, Jason.
I see you,
Oh,
Jason.
is that Derulo?
No, it's
Jason
it's
Derulo.
Gorilla. Jason Gorilla. You were close.
Gorilla?
Gorilla.
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 It's
Is
a
he from
gorilla?
the band
Yes, a gorilla.
Gorillas?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it's a guy named Gorilla from the band Gorillas. They're
I'm
all
like-
named
I'm
Gorilla.
like seeing the future
That's
here.
how they met it. It's
You're a
two
gorilla. I'm
um,
Gorilla.
Hey, you sitting there on your bed right now
Ooh.
listening to this podcast. If you haven't already, like this podcast, save it. Subscribe to the Patreon, link in the description, or and ring that bell for notifications.
That's how that works.
Slap that subscribe button.
Subscribe button.
You
And
cannot
God
ring
damn
the
it,
bell.
wash behind your fucking
Make sure you
ears.
hit that little bell next to the subscribe
Yeah,
button.
right there. You see it? I know you see it. Hit
Look
it.
at it.
Okay, but honestly though, speaking of the Patreon,
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
we have a Patreon, and if you like the podcast, you can go there and get some fun rewards, such as.
Such as?
Such as.
Such as.
I
Come
keep
on.
saying it because I did not have the Patreon open.
Such as.
And last but not least, such as.
Such as?
You gotta. Here we go.
Jacob, for the love of God.
Not prepared.
So you can be a dude
Oh.
Ooh.
or a dame.
Whoa.
Literally the same perks.
Equality.
A dude is a little bit more expensive. I'm just kidding. But literally, it's the same perks. You get to. I have not talked to anyone about this, but if we ever made money, we can do a live stream every month of just answering questions, or
I'd
like
fuck with
a
that.
live
That's
Q&A.
beautiful.
Maybe not the whole group there, but like at least like 2 or 3 of us.
Oh, you want
You
to
know?
exclude some of us? I see how.
Well, we don't want Preston or the
Picking favorites.
Trying to cut people out already.
Okay, I know what I'm like.
I understand we're all balancing work and school too. We'll be busy, guys. Also, I say your name at the end of the podcast unless this tier actually blows up and a lot of people subscribe. Then I won't say your name at the end of the podcast. I will have a recording of your name that I will edit to the end of the podcast because I'm not going to be saying it every single time we record.
Yeah, fuck you.
Coward. Don't tell
Now
them.
no one's gonna
I
do
think
it.
you'll
Why
know.
would you tell? Don't lie to
You're
the people.
ruining
lie to
it.
the people,
Sorry, guys,
Jacob.
I will personally say I'll get it tattooed on my back.
Boom.
That was a
Ooh,
lie.
I'm gonna subscribe right now.
I will
I'm
get a
subscribing.
tramp stamp
You could also
of your name.
Yeah, can we choose where the placement
Caden
of the
Hall
stamp
will
is?
get a tramp stamp
I
of
will.
your name if you subscribe.
I will.
We'll all
can
get
also-
tramp stamps of an even amount of letters so that when all of us like stand tramp stamp to tramp stamp, it like forms. It's not a position. We gotta contort a little, but
We
it'll
gotta
be
really
worth
put
it.
some effort into it. But it'll be worth it.
If you're giving us money, we'll put effort into you. Believe me.
Boom.
On top of the dudes and dames things, I also will release a custom the stats for a custom item every month. Possibly more if I get to actually do this full time. But every month I'll release a custom item for you guys to do whatever you want with it. I will not draw it because I don't have that ability. And then next here is a human. I will say your name again.
Woohoo!
You get the
Or will he?
monthly AMAs. And you also get the custom item, but on top of that, you get a custom race. I make a custom race,
Woohoo!
or sub race or class every month. And you guys can do that. There's a couple races in this campaign that I've made myself, and if you guys want to own them, you can do that yourself. I will not draw because I don't have that ability.
Woohoo!
And the last tier is a NPC, which basically means only 10 of you guys every month
Bring
can
out the
do it.
gimp.
But if you do decide to pay the money every month, you can I'll make you an NPC in the game. You just give me a name and kind of a basic description of what you want, and then I'll include you.
We promise you'll die in the next episode.
You will not be a common person. You will be there one line. You will lose your purse. Your purse will be stolen, and then the thief will be another person that's an NPC.
And I will play you a song.
Personally.
I'll write you a song. It's not going to be a love song.
You can write a song, and I will play the song.
I'm going to write you a love song, not because you asked for it.
Not because you need one.
You see.
You see.
I don't know the rest of the words. And yeah, and you also get the other benefits.
Because you tell me.
Yeah, that's what I have. Those are what the. So if any of that tickles your fancy, also you'll get ad-free episodes, which these don't have ads, so that literally gets nothing for you. But I will edit in a little ad of Preston saying, "Hey guys, this is a little break. Just me stop talking. Just doing."
Hey guys, this is me just talking to let you know that PrestonDelaney.com/send me money for AirPods can really use your help. I am struggling right now in this really rough, rocky time of college and
death.
And death.
What? You're dying?
He's dying too.
Well,
Of what? Oh,
Not having
age.
AirPods.
And not having AirPods. So, if you would like to support me, not this podcast, drop me some money. I'll leave my Cash App in the link.
I thought it was a website.
Oh,
Venmo in the description.
Venmo in the description of my website.
Of the website.
Yeah. So if you don't
Yeah.
want to hear that ad every episode,
Oh, it will get much more beautiful.
I will edit. I'll have Preston record an actual. I'll have everybody record their own ads of them just saying whatever they want to say, and then I'll plug it into the middle. And then if you donate to the Patreon, you get the ad-free version of the episode.
You'll regret this, Jacob.
You will. I could feel you regretting it while you said it.
Well, if you guys say something awful, I'll just have you re-record it or not be included at all.
I'm going to sell them sex toys, I hope you know.
All right.
Describe awful.
Yeah. So, anyways, if this all tickles your fancy, do that. Anyways, so
Stay away from their fancies, Jacob.
Yeah. You
I'm
tickle
so
my
sorry.
fancy, but nobody else.
I'm so sorry for mentioning your fancies. This will tickle your scrotum.
Oh,
My
so we're allowed to
scrotum could use
say
a little
scrotum,
jiggling.
are
But you
we?
can't say boobs. It's the one word allowed. I'm
You
allowed
can't.
to say
He's a
because I'm the
DM.
father.
Okay.
But you're the DM, so you can say everything,
What?
right?
I'm DM. It stands for dad and mom. So
Oh.
Yeah, the DM gets to say anything he wants to. Say a slur, Jacob. Anyone, pick one. I can't fucking believe you. You absolute monster.
Jacob
you
is over
degenerate.
party. Jacob is over party.
2019 or
Cancel this
2020?
podcast.
Are we going to make it a long thing?
all right, someone else is gonna be DMing.
Been
I'm on the DM. First rule of the new world that I'm now DMing. Everyone's name has to have a Y in it somewhere, and you pronounce it slowly.
What if my
Mordecai?
name is simply a Y? Only a Y.
As long as you pronounce it slowly, it works within the boundaries I set, and that's on me for not setting more clear boundaries.
Metronomy.
I rescind this rule. I don't want to be DM anymore.
We broke. So I'm out. Braden's out. Now a new DM must take the place.
I will be the DM.
All right,
I
Grace is
shriek
DM.
away from the offer.
Grace, what's your first rule as DM?
You have to have 7 more teeth than your character would normally have.
Where do we put
What?
them?
Do we put them
Wherever
anywhere?
you want.
Beautiful.
I'm going to have a tooth foot.
You know that like that.
How
Only
big do they?
rule.
How big can they be?
As big as you want. You get
Oh.
to choose.
I'm gonna have
Whoa.
2 teeth feet.
You know that like chest tattoo Rihanna has of like the wings.
Huh?
You know like the diaphragm tattoo Rihanna has of like the wings.
Yeah.
I have that, but like, it's made out of teeth. So I have like 7 teeth on there making up that design.
That's what we call sin.
Yeah.
My name is Good Barrel.
That was the 11th sin. That was couldn't fit. in
Yeah,
the-
the deadly
it was a
sin. They didn't even want to say it. That's why they
small
didn't include
font.
it.
It was written in Times New Roman on the tablet.
I couldn't read it because it was
Font
in
size
English.
of 3.
It was written in Comic Sans.
It was just written in Webdings. They had to decipher it one emoji at a
They're like,
time.
why is there an airplane?
What does this mean?
Why does it? Moses is asking what the airplane is.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
He's like, airplane, molester moon emoji. What the fuck does any of this mean?
It means to split the sea.
But Moses' faith was strong. He spent every single day trying to decipher this text that amounted to, something he would never understand because it referenced Rihanna. Imagine Moses being alive, not having sandpaper, not knowing who Rihanna is.
He doesn't know who Rihanna is?
Such a tragedy.
I mean, he wouldn't have to. This is like, what, like 4,000 years before she was born?
Why wouldn't he know?
This was 4,000 years before Rihanna was
Well,
born.
And?
Did
What?
Moses see into the
And?
future? Did Moses see into the future?
No.
If he can split a sea, he can do anything.
Listen, Moses
I rest
knew
my
that
case.
Rihanna was a bad bitch.
Oh my God.
Who's Moses?
He
That's,
split a Red Sea.
Oh, like Moses.
Yeah.
Okay, see, honestly, we were talking about Moses and Rihanna in the same conversation, and so my brain, honestly, when I think of Rihanna, I don't typically go towards the Bible.
Why not?
And that's
Anyways,
on you, Megan.
Rihanna said, Bibles and whips excite me, and she meant monks that would whip themselves as
thought she said
Ooh,
to
self-flagellation. Lovely.
I can't include that. Rihanna, have you ever read the book of Rihanna?
The secret
have.
book of
I
Rihanna.
have, but it was in like a language I couldn't comprehend because I was
after
holding it upside down.
Revelation. It's the real last book. All right. Well, yeah. Anything? I think that's a good kind of description. If you guys want to talk about yourself, then sucks, I guess.
I
don't-
love talking about myself.
I will talk
Okay,
about
I-
my
I
little
also
gnome
love it.
feet all day long.
your
You
little
give me a
gnome
microphone.
feet.
It's like giving a toddler a gun. Like, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, like what?
Nothing but chaos ensues.
Yeah. Well, so we got Cade. We're all in college. This is going to be a bi-monthly
Rip.
podcast every 1st and every 15th. What's up?
Not everyone's in college. Braden's doing the smart thing and not dropping
Actually,
$100,000.
I go to the college of Zaxby's University, baby.
Yo,
like-
that's a fire university.
That's like Quickie. Was it Quickie? That one. Good Luck Charlie. PJ goes to that one college.
Couldn't begin to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
You know how long it's been since I watched that?
Yeah, that's
Was that the girl that what's his name also cheated on?
No,
Remember
no.
when Spencer,
It was
right?
Teddy.
Teddy cheated on Spencer
No.
with.
Spencer cheated on Teddy with
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry.
his cousin.
I thought the cousin was one that PJ was into.
Yeah, they did end up dating.
Yeah, and he was
Yes.
like, "I gotta let you go," and that was it.
That's
I
why they
think.
weren't actually cousins.
They were cousins. Spencer told Teddy that they were cousins, but then Spencer also told the other chick that Teddy was his cousin, and
then they
met,
dumped
and she
shakes on
dumped,
them.
Yeah, like
And when-
frozen yogurt and
Yeah.
then pretzel. I don't know.
And
It was pretty
whenever-
good.
Whenever him and his cousin started making out, Teddy was like, "This seems a little
Yeah,
weird."
Teddy was like, "Uh-oh."
"I'll accept it." They're probably from.
France.
Why do you guys know so much about Good Luck Charlie? I don't know.
Yeah,
who these
whatever happened
people
to
are.
just Charlie?
Anyways,
like,
the Quickie Chickie.
who is Teddy?
The Quickie Chickie is a fast food place that PJ works at.
Quickie
And then there's
Chickie.
a Quickie Chickie like 2-week college that he goes to be like a manager or just to live.
Yup.
And then he makes a friend, and then I remember this scene where his friend can only pee if he has something to aim at, and so he buys bags of onion rings to put in the toilet to aim at the onion rings. And then he's like, "I really gotta pee, but there's no more onion rings." And that was a really funny scene that 12-year-old me laughed at. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for all being here.
Yo,
Sorry.
but what about Charlie in the house?
What?
Corey?
Corey! Oh God!
Corey?
One time,
Preston shrinks.
Quit! I'm leaving. The door is right over there, and I'm walking out. Goodbye.
One
He
time
left
in
the
my
house.
English class, there was a guy in it named Corey. I would normally just make up a name, but it relates to Corey in the house. So
It's just a Charlie.
you're right. But we had to do these. I don't remember what we were doing. It was an assignment online, and you had to make a profile picture. And for some reason, he was able to change my profile picture. And my project was about my brother, and my older brother is mixed. And so he changed the photo to Corey in the house. And I thought that he was, like, just being a little racist. But turns out it's because his name was Corey.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Anyways, so anything else y'all want to add before I end this episode?
Good Barrel is like stacked out the wazoo because, like, for being a ranger, I got a bow and 2 short swords. And then for being a sailor with my background, I got a club. So this guy's fucking strapped.
You're like sweating, carrying around all of your
It
weapons.
is, yeah. You know that scene? Do you ever watch Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
No, but I've got a pretty good idea what you're referencing. Just a ton of weapons on a guy.
It's like a scene where he like walks into the titular or the titular, which is more fun to say, Thunderdome, and they're like no weapons in the Thunderdome, and so there's like a scene where he just like keeps pulling weapons out of this hood, and, like the stack of weapons is ridiculous.
Just keeps going, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Like
it's
That's
Mary
like-
Poppins?
It's more like
probably.
What's his name? Which penguin from the Penguins of Madagascar? Is it Rico that can just vomit up all the stuff?
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Ringo Starr.
Rico?
Ringo Starr?
My favorite.
Ringo Starr.
R-I-C-O.
character.
I know what you said. This is what I'm saying.
Ringo from the Beatles has been known to be able to vomit up anything he wants.
Yeah.
Ringo, fire extinguisher, stab.
Ringo
That's
Starr.
actually how he plays the drums. He's not actually drumming. He's just vomiting things onto different parts of the
Vomiting up
drums.
the
Yo, how
Sticks.
dare you talk about my parents like that? Okay,
Ringo Starr?
my
parents?
Beatle parents.
Oh my god.
Excuse you?
We've gone full
I
circle.
ended the
Hilarious.
podcast with that.
I gotta say, if I was John Lennon and I saw Ringo doing that, I would also break up the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yoko did right by John.
Anyways, thank you all. Hopefully, you all stay tuned to listen to this
Have a beautiful day.
daily podcast that we have here.
Daily podcast.
Every day. Everyone.
Every day.
If I had this microphone in front of me every single day for like an hour, you will get a fully unique podcast experience. I can fucking promise you that. I can threaten you that if you prefer.
Yeah, I prefer you threaten me with that.
I figured you would.
Yo, this microphone makes me feel like I have power, and that's dangerous.
I know.
So I'm gonna make an ad.
All right.
You already had an ad.
Add us out. Add us out.
Add you
Add us out.
All right, so I've got these crack cookies in front of me, and I'm about to advertise them. These cookies make you crave for them like no other. They are pink, and they are covered in sprinkles, but the frosting on them...
You're on a roll, Brayden. Titular.
Yeah, okay, we're redoing the ad. We're rolling it back. Okay, these...
Rewind
these,
sounds.
These cookies right in front of me have 160 calories per cookie, and they are
160 calories.
thick. But the frosting, oh, it melts in your mouth. It is beautiful. And once you eat one, you just can't stop thinking about going for another. And another. Crack cookies.
FYI, they aren't actually made out of crack.
Prove
But
it.
As far as
they
we
make
know.
you addicted like they are crack. Crack cookies. Dudes and Dave.
Oh yeah, did I ever say the name of the podcast? It's
Dudes and
I think you
Dames.
did earlier. Well, you said like the Patreon shit, so I think it can, they can surmise it.
Yeah, they can connect the dots.
Maybe just like do a part to edit into the front of it where you're like, this is.
I'll probably edit, like re-record the introduction because I stuttered a lot in the actual.
Leave the stuttering in. Like it's
It's
natural.
an air of humanity, you know?
It's how people talk. It's how you talk. It's human.
We like human fallibility. It's just what we
Anyways,
crave.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
DM
link-
stands for.
The link to the Patreon is patreon.com/dudesndames !FAN_LANDING =TRUE.
And do remember that there will be a quiz.
And if you support us, then we can make these episodes
Better.
even more juicy
Sexier.
for
Woo!
Thicker.
the viewer at home. So please consider supporting us.
We
Yeah,
could
we're all broke
have a
college
mic.
kids. with
We're
no
all very
time.
broke.
Broke college kids with no time on our hands that are decided to do a D&D podcast as well.
Yeah.
Give us money. What?
Give us
Give us
money.
money because we deserve it because
Because the
Life is
majority of the money
hard.
at first will go to improving the podcast experience for
well,
you.
First is buying Preston AirPods.
Oh, yeah. No. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is more crack cookies.
More crack cookies.
And then the third thing is improving the... Yeah, okay. I get it.
The crack cookies would improve the podcast.
That's true.
Exactly.
Mr. DM, if we get enough money from the Patreon, can we do the podcast outside and maybe have a pizza party?
I knew this was going to be dumb when you addressed him as
Only-
Mr. DM.
I'm glad. Believe me.
Only
Those are,
if everybody reads the book.
it's called
all the
setting the
book.
tone.
I do agree with you, though.
I was homeschooled. I don't know. I don't know. I can't make jokes about this. Only if you read if everybody in the class gets a gold star on their book reading. Then
Oh, but Mr. DM, there's no way Kate's going to get a gold star on his book
I
reading.
know he's an idiot.
I sure
It's
as
not
hell
his
am not
fault.
going to get a gold star on this
Kate,
shit.
name one book.
Name one book?
Name a book. See?
it can't be the dictionary.
A
Encyclopedia.
encyclopedia.
Oh, Preston, don't help him.
A
Name a chapter book with characters and plot.
What about
You got this.
Family Feud?
I said with plot.
Hey, I don't like the
Willem
insinuation
Dafoe. I'm just saying things.
The autobiography.
Jameson, you slime. The
Uh,
best line of his career.
no, I don't know any books.
Anyways,
Pretty
thank you
sure there's a Jimmy Neutron book out there.
Jimmy Neutron book. Jimmy Neutron book.
all.
Boom.
Good one. I didn't think of that one. Good one.
Yeah.
The second.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for. I was gonna say watching, but you could be watching us.
You could be watching.
Cause the mind's eye.
FBI.
We have a window.
Anyways, hope you all enjoy this podcast, and if you do, rate us 5 stars on an Apple Podcast.
Have a beautiful night, everyone.
Beautiful night.
We don't have like a good outro. We don't have a good.
What's our outro? Are we gonna go?
We are the Dudes and Dames. See you next time.
I would write you a love song if you ask for it.
Because you need one. Yes, see, I'm not gonna
Just
write
for the
you a
outro,
love
do the
song.
intro in reverse.
I'll just do the whole podcast but backwards.
I'm pretty sure there's a Monty Python episode where they did that. Like that was the bit at the end of the episode where they just rewinded the episode.
Sounds good to me.
Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob, your DM for this campaign, The World of Astriel, here saying thank you so much for listening to the first episode. This has been such a long time in the making. It's so nice to have something so something I can listen to, something that it's real, it's nice. So thank you all so much. If you want to keep updates on when everything's going to happen, we have an Instagram and a Twitter. FYI, the Twitter isn't as active as the Instagram. It's at dudesndames. So if you want to, know what's going on, follow us there. And if you're wondering when the first episode's coming out, well, it's going to be August 15th. A little over 2 weeks from now, which isn't that long, I like to think. And from then on, there will be new episodes every 1st and every 15th of every single month. Possibly bonus episodes. We'll see how that goes. Currently, between school and work, everybody in the group's very busy, so it's hard to make D&D a priority. But if you want us to make D&D a priority, we do also have a Patreon. For like $3 a month, you can get exclusive content, exclusive live streams, things like that if you would like. I do understand that we're currently in a global pandemic, so $3 for supporting some guys just, playing D&D is still a lot to ask for, so don't do that. Listening and keeping in tune, that's more than enough, honestly. So anyways, thank you all so much again for listening, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Goodbye.